The Mewgenics game has been going hyper viral with tens of thousands of people picking up and playing it. And there's a controversy that's brewing because the WOKIES are getting pretty upset that there are some voices in the game from people they don't like. And they're trying really hard to cancel the game now because, God forbid, people from H3H3 are in it or other commentators that they don't like are a part of this game. And they just have to have this game fail because that's not okay. Even if there are voices from all spectrums and all walks of life into this game, they had an issue because certain people they didn't like were a part of it. Pirate Nation on X says, Mugenics co-creator responds to Cameo complaints. Quote, I understand we live in a time where a meow from someone who has different beliefs as you is scary and frustrating, confusing, and controversial, which obviously very tongue-in-cheek, basically grow the F up and put your big boy pants on. There's going to be people in this world you disagree with. Deal with it. Quote tweeted by Daka Daka, never bow to the freaks who want to cancel you. I will now buy your game. This is how it's done. This is Endymion. Makes it game. People love it. Adds both political sides of people in it. People get mad. Creator says, F off. I don't care. Based. And Endymion says, he put every problematic thing imaginable in it and hit send. Lol. Wild. PC Gamer. Mugenics co-creator Edmund McMillen says people need to get more creative with their hate in response to disappointment over controversial cameo meows. This is the best way to handle the WOKIES trying to run a cancel campaign on you. Just being like, bro, I don't care. I cry all you want. All you can do is cry on the internet because my game is good. And the highest ranking merit rises to the top. Highguard could learn a thing or two from this kind of approach. This is a quick look at Mugenics on Steam DB and a current look at the chart. Friday night, past midnight on the West Coast, so middle of the night across America, and still currently has over 60,000 concurrent players in this game, with an all-time peak hit today of nearly 90,000 concurrent players on this indie game that seemed to come basically out of nowhere, that involved a whole bunch of creators that are on all lines of the spectrum. Some you love, some you hate. And all they're doing in the game is a voice to meow as one of the cats. Edmund McMillen, the co-creator, now continue quote tweeting Ricky Berwick. I love Ricky. Everyone loves Ricky Berwick. I beat my favorite video game, Mewgenics. Here we go.
I finally beat Mewgenics.
This game just came out. That's the most sweaty, pathetic, nerdy, gamer loser. I can't believe you spent 24/7 just
Shut up!
There he is. There's Ricky. We got Vsauce in it.
I'm in the game! Did you see that? Did you see that? Yeah!
Love Ricky. Anyone that doesn't like Ricky Berwick, that is a you problem. He's a good barometer for if people don't like him. Stay away from those people. This is from IGN. Mewgenics co-creator responds to Cameo complaints. I understand we live in a time where a meow from someone who has a different belief as you is scary, frustrating, confusing, and controversial. I kept ones that clashed or kind of counterbalanced each other. Mewgenics co-creator Edmund McMillen has discussed how he drew up a list of the personalities approached to provide the game's numerous cameos, saying that while he, quote, understands we live in a time where a meow from someone who has different beliefs as you is scary and frustrating, it felt interesting. So I decided to explore it. An interview with RPS following criticisms that the Cameo cast included individuals perceived by some to have controversial views. This is what we call the cancel culture campaign from the lefty lunatics. Oh, they have controversial stances. I cannot participate in that game. McMillen said the game's meow roster represented people from across the ideological spectrum, including people such as Ethan Klein, who had not publicly commented on his views of the Gaza conflicts at the time he was asked to contribute. Literally don't care, bro. He's a cat meowing in a video game alongside what looked like hundreds of other creators meowing. Quote, when we added most of the people on the list, it was ages ago. Like, Ethan was included a good 4 years back, McMillen explained. I wanted the game to feature a huge array of iconic voices I've been hearing echoing across the internet for most of my time making games. As some probably noticed, I was all over the place when it came to cameos and did my best to include and keep ones that clashed or kind of counterbalanced each other. The inclusion of Ethan and Gila was counterbalanced by iDubbbz and Anissa, he added, referring to two creators who have publicly supported Palestine, which again, who cares? Is the game fun, man? Like, what are we doing? I made sure to contact both to make sure they were okay with the other's involvement, so it didn't feel like a weird gotcha on release, McMillan explained. They were both very adult about it and said they had no issue with the others being added. And I really respected that, since I know they have been publicly feuding for a while now. It's hard to explain without revealing aspects of the game people really haven't experienced yet, but the inclusion of people with clashing ideologies felt appropriate. He concluded, I understand we live in a time where a meow from someone this is so tongue-in-cheek, where he's just taking a poke at these lefty lunatics, being like, you losers. I understand a meow can set you off. I understand life can be hard with the meowing. It's really hard. It felt interesting, so I decided to explore it. Also, I should probably point out that I don't share the same opinions as, well, probably any of the people we included. If I only included people who share the same exact opinions as me, I'd be the only one meowing in the game. I included Chris, but also Liquid Chris. Those who know. I didn't realize Matan, Evan, an Israeli-American YouTuber, was controversial. I mean, a lot of these people are characters doing bits. Other notable inclusions on the list of vocal performers include Stranger Things star David Harbour and Supernatural's Felicia Day. IGN thought Mewgenics was amazing and gave it a 9 out of 10, in which they said Mewgenics is a fantastic tactical RPG that's good for more than 100 hours of roguelike runs. Just when you think you have it figured out, it'll throw something completely unexpected and hilariously gross at you. And probably a catchy new original song too. Now, before I keep going on this, I want people to realize this is why Highguard failed. I understand they are nothing at all to do with each other. But when I read about this and hear about this, I want to play this game. I am very excited to get to this game. This game goes on my to-play backlog list of games that is already infinitely long. Why the fuck would anyone care about a game that doesn't do that for you? If your game isn't giving you that vibe, your game is going to fail. That's why Highguard lost. I don't know how to tell the developers that without making them mad at me, but I don't care. Got to break eggs to make omelets. And we're not the only ones having a good time with it. Mugenics recouped all of its 7-year development costs within 3 hours of its launch on February 10th. Quote, so far, this is beating expectations by quite a lot, co-creator Tyler Glow told IGN. It's a bigger launch than any of the Isaac expansions already, and it's only been a few hours. And that was before the virality of this game even got started. These people are going to be the ones that are buying the yacht. These are the ones that cashed in the game industry because they made a product that people wanted to pay money and play, as opposed to the ones that are just looking to jump into live service and say, hey, we made a game. You owe us this. Why aren't you playing our game? Yeet on X, Asmongold shouts out Edmund McMillen for how he responded to the noise surrounding some of the voice actors in Mugenics. Here we go. He even brought in Chris Chan, by the way.
Edmund McMillen spoke with Mark Warren and addressed the criticism surrounding some of his choices for voice actors. Ethan and Gila Klein, Chris Chan and Matan. This guy brought in Chris Chan to be in his game?
Like, if anyone has an issue with anyone, don't you think they'd be starting with Chris Chan? Oh, man.
What a fucking legend. What a god.
Right?
Oh, man. I didn't even know this.
I didn't either.
And why is Matan, like, he's not controversial. What do you mean? The only person here who's really controversial is Chris Chan.
Yep.
Ethan's not really controversial.
Yep.
Matan's not controversial. I don't know. Like, and I do find it to be interesting that the other, like, this guy is Israeli and this guy's a Jew, and I think that he has Israeli citizenship. So it's very interesting. I wonder where all of this controversy comes from. Isn't that weird that 2 out of the 3 people that are being mentioned had that happen?
Weird.
And so he goes and he says, I wanted this game to feature a huge array of iconic voices I've been hearing echoing across the internet for most of my time making games. The inclusion of Ethan and Hilo was counterbalanced by iDubbbz and Anissa. I made sure to contact them both to make sure they were okay. Very adult about it, and I really respected that. I included Chris, but also Liquid Chris. I didn't realize Matan was controversial. If I only included people who share the exact same opinions of me, I'd be the only one meowing in the game. If a cat appears with the voice of someone you hate, you can literally throw it in the trash or worse. Thank fucking God we have a developer that has some balls.
Yep.
Thank God. Like, really, this is
Like, take notes, other developers. This is how you do it. You don't give a fuck about the cancel culture and mob saying, "Oh, we're gonna not buy your fuck out of here." I know my game is great. You're not scaring me.
is the most pathetic and embarrassing thing ever.
Well, you can't have them in a video game. It's not the right thing. As you remember what they did in 2013. It was
Shut the fuck up.
That was an amazing voice impression.
Shut the fuck up. Like, it's funny. It's funny. And that's the end of it. Like, all of these weird busybodies, I want to tell you what to do. I want to control what you're saying. Bro, it's so exhausting, isn't it? Drives me fucking crazy. So I'm happy to see somebody not even playing games with this. Upcoming DLC packs featuring Hassan and Asmongold. Stranger things have happened. What can I say?
That would be legendary. Could you imagine Asmongold and Hassan DLC meowing? That would, if anything, that would be a story. People should be like hyped about that. The entire situation is just wild to me that this even turned into anything. I said, based AF, Zach. Based. Never let sanctimonious control freaks online tell you what to do. All developers should be like this. Grums knew it. Finally, some common sense. Gary, bit of a weird take. He's included someone who was charged with incest with their own mother. So I think people are okay to raise it as concern. Oh my God, bro. Talk about not getting the game. If you could throw the cat in the trash and like make a joke of it, who the fuck cares? It's a video game. These moral grandstanders trying to be like, oh, but do you know what that person did? You're going to support the game, even though that person was in it. I think it's fucking hysterical. I'm not a fan of Hassan by any stretch. If he was one of the voices in the game, I'd be like, that's fucking funny. That's like the style of game that it is. Context matters. I feel like a lot of these trolls on the internet, they got to be trolling. Like they can't really just not understand context of the game, right? Like, holy, the entire situation is just comical to me. And I think this is a massive win for the indie scene and a good reminder, again, to how to make a successful game. Make the game good. People will buy it. Miss me with the, oh, people don't buy games anymore. People aren't playing games anymore. You know, the Ubisoft excuse. Again, we have yet another example in the long line of examples of games that continue to come out that I'm like, I wish I had more time in the day to play these games because I really want to get to this one. And I already have like 12 other of this style game that I am that excited to play, that I'm already playing Final Fantasy Tactics currently right now. There's too many good games to play right now. So miss me with your, oh, we made a live service game. We put a lot of money into it and we had a bunch of people working on it. I don't care. Is it good? No. Bye. I'll leave that there.